don't care if I...
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. Mikey Kershaw pitches a no-hitter. It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. It's over. One series, a walk-off home run. This is way back. Walk 'em off. Chris Taylor.
Give me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back that feeling.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
At first strike three, Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Mookie Betts cranks it left field. Mookie Betts.
They're going to make big signings. They're going to make impact trades. I don't care how many times this team rips my heart out, I'll never stop loving the Los Angeles Dodgers. Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out. And we are back, and welcome to another episode of Dodgers Dugout Live. My name is Doug McCain, credentialed member of Dodgers Media. You can follow me on the X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. If you're new to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. Join the #1 Dodgers show on YouTube and YouTube channel. We're going to break down the entire signing. We're going to break it all down because we got some breaking news just a few minutes ago. The Dodgers are signing the top free agent pitcher available this offseason, and that is Japanese ace Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Jeff Passan tweet out, Japanese star Yoshinobu Yamamoto and the Los Angeles Dodgers are in agreement on a 12-year, $325 million contract. Sources familiar with the deal tell ESPN. He would go on to tweet, Yoshinobu Yamamoto's deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers is the largest contract for a pitcher in Major League Baseball history, beating Garrett Cole's deal by $1 million. Furthermore, the Dodgers will pay an additional $50.6 million in posting fees. Total outlay 12 years, $375 million. So this is a Dodgers organization that has absolutely made a statement this offseason. You listen to the intro, that was from a few months ago, where I said the Dodgers are going to make impact trades. They're going to make big signings, and they have done just that. Your Los Angeles Dodgers, in one offseason, have signed the #1 free agent in the history of the sport to a record-setting contract in Shohei Ohtani, $700 million. You got the present-day money in the $700 million. At the end of the day, still the highest AAV ever for a player in big league history. Now, had they topped that off? Well, they just went out there and they traded for an ace in Tyler Glasnow, and they gave him a $136.5 million new deal. You added $111.5 million of new money to that deal. And then how did they follow that up? Well, they went out there and they signed the top free agent pitcher available to a record-setting deal in Yoshinobu Yamamoto. This is an absolute masterclass by Andrew Friedman and the Los Angeles Dodgers this offseason. Your Los Angeles Dodgers have surpassed the New York Yankees this offseason. That is a reality. The Dodgers are the new evil empire of the West. Okay, that is what's happening. 29 other teams and their fan bases, they're going to be rooting against the Dodgers like they did for the Yankees so many years. Now all that's left is to go out there and win World Series titles. If you listen to my interview earlier today with MLB analyst Jose Mota, we talked about Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And Jose Mota told me during that interview that Yamamoto could be the #1 pitcher for any rotation in all of Major League Baseball. That's how good he is. This is a pitcher you're getting in his absolute prime at 25 years of age. You got him locked up alongside this talented, star-studded group where you've got Freddie Freeman locked up. You've got Mookie Betts locked up. You've got Shohei Ohtani locked up. And now you've got Tyler Glasnow, and you have Yoshinobu Yamamoto locked up. The Dodgers have changed their ways this offseason. You are giving out long-term deals to players that you think are going to provide value and help you win World Series titles. We're living in the platinum era of Dodger baseball. Could not be more excited. We'll do the shoey tomorrow because I only got Coke Zeros and water with me, so definitely reminded me of that. But welcome here to Dodgers Dugout Live. Look at this rotation. Glass now. You got Buehler coming back. You got Yoshinobu, Yamamoto. By the way, I'm not going to be – Yamamoto's dog name is Shohei. I love that. Remember, Yamamoto grew up a Dodgers fan. How about this? How about some love for Shohei Ohtani, who's out at that Rams game tonight looking like a damn movie star, looking like a superstar, the collarless jacket. He's got me wanting to buy some New Balances. Well, guess what? There's a New Balance now in that Dodgers lineup and in this rotation with the addition of Yamamoto and Ohtani. And Ohtani, he wasn't supposed to pitch this season or next season. Guess what? He pitched to Yamamoto, and I think he played a big role in sealing the deal and getting him to Los Angeles. So all those deferrals, they've already paid dividends. I think the Giants fans are going to defer to the Dodgers fans for the next decade or so. It's time to win World Series, multiple World Series titles. We got Doug, Josh Underwood, and Peter Ryan want to know, whoa, what up, Jillian Dewberry, rocking with us, a Sound Pass seated in the house. Shout out to my friend Jill. I didn't miss the comment right there, but I'll try to scroll up. 1-2 rotation. Look like now any issues with a lack of lefties. Look, I mean, you've seen this Dodgers rotation years past have a heavy lefty rotation, right? You've got Julio and Kirsch. You saw back in the early 90s a heavy righty rotation. I think when you look at starting pitchers in general, the reason why they're starting pitchers, and in this case, frontline starting pitchers, is because your splits are relatively even. If you look at Walker Buehler and Bobby Miller, they OPS-wise, they fare better against lefties than they do righties. Tyler Glasnow, his splits are even. Yamamoto, his splits are even. I think that more pertains to bullpen pieces in those situations. And look, we talked about a couple days ago, Jesus Luzardo of the Marlins. That'd be a trade chip that would be very interesting to explore had they not picked up a Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But still, I think that this organization really went out there. They were never interested in Blake Snell. That was what I was told months ago. And same thing goes with Jordan Montgomery. Why? Not because they were left-handed, because they were 30, 31 years old. And typically when you see a free agent pitcher, it's when they're 30, 31, maybe at best 29. That is what makes Yoshinobu so unique, is you are getting him when he is 25. Carlos Villasenor says $150 for those nosebleed ticks. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a pretty penny. Dodgers aren't even done. That's from Jesus Sanchez. They're not. Now we got to go out there and get that bat. We'll see what they do with Michael Busch and how they move him. Nando 390. Dodgers will make so much money in Japan. The Dodgers are the team of Japan. And what I say yesterday, look, if you are Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and even if you're on the Yankees, Ohtani's shadow is massive. You can't overcome it. Why not just join a team with him? And you know all the eyeballs of your country, 112 million people in Japan, are going to be watching Ohtani. Might as well say, okay, watch me too. Watch my endorsement money go through the roof. Remember this, Shohei Ohtani could get paid 1 penny by the Dodgers next year, and he would still be the highest paid player in all of Major League Baseball because he makes over $50 million in endorsements. What a Bizzle Brown over there, rock with us. Thanks for joining us here on Dodgers Dugout Live, #1 Dodgers show on YouTube and podcast. I be stroking on that Fanatics list. Wait, yeah, everyone's got the Ohtani jersey. The question is, who's going to get that Yamamoto 18? That's going to look fly. $199 super chat, $1.1 billion without any loans. I like that. I see that Padres burn right there. That's a fire take, my guy. We got, now it's time to go get a Rosarena. Lucas Higgins, why not? Like I said, our parents had a great year last year. They got their Christmas bonus, and we got tons of presents under the tree. You got Glasnow, you got Ohtani, Hayward's back, you got a Yoshinobu Yamamoto. You got $4.99 from Francisco Avila. Missed that super chat, but I appreciate you. That's going to have to go towards some fund because we spent our Ohtani fund, we spent our Yamamoto fund. I just want to say this, guys. You guys know I'm not a big victory lap guy. I'm not going to go out there saying, I told you so this, I told you so that, but I do want to point out that literally the day after the Dodgers lost to the Diamondbacks in the NLDS, who was my idea for a trade? Who do I think they should sign? Let's check this out.
And I have a trade that I think the Dodgers should strongly consider. We have not talked about this guy very much. I think Tyler Glasnow of the Tampa Bay Rays Big dude, 6'8". I think he's the guy. You trade for Tyler Glasnow, and then you sign a Yamamoto. You sign one, and then you trade for one. That is the recipe for this rotation. And if you look at the year he's having next year, if you look at his contract, he has one.
Okay, that's enough. But I'm just saying, what I say, trade for Glasnow, sign Yamamoto. Both those things have happened. Told you we get Ohtani a year ago. Okay, guys, let's just LeVar Ball manifesting. It works. 1-9 from Travis. Go get Hader. We got it's not over for Burns. Dang, Mitchie's going to be $50. Hey, that Mitchie's going to be $50, but you're going to be watching Yamamoto pitch a no-hitter while Ohtani hits 6 bombs. It's absolutely worth every single penny. Tokyo Dome, we got incredible. Woohoo! D-Mac and left. Hey, Robert, I mean, with this pitching staff the way it is, maybe I can go out there and I'll just keep leaning into one, try to get hit by a pitch. Maybe that'll work. Hey, we got Let's Go Dodgers. That's from Dodgers, June 11:30. 199 from Noah Ortega. Yeah, keep those super chats coming for your Dodgers. Appreciate you, as always, rocking with us here. David Zander, it was similar to Kershaw Greinke, the best 1-2 in baseball back in the day. That is true, but we'll see. Can Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a guy who opposing teams aren't going to be 999 super chat. Okay, let me get these super chats. Dodgers, the most hated team now. Let's go Dodgers. Dodgers are finally Dave Roberts proof. That's a fire team for sure. Absolutely. 17 and 18 are locked. That's from Harumi H over on YouTube. Anthony, we got 199, 2 words, pinch me. Brandon Chang, we're going to be in the pinch me mode. Yeah, tell all your friends and family. They don't have to worry about getting you guys any Christmas presents, right? We are good. Fire sale in San Diego. We got W on the Echo. D-Mac for president. What up, Doug Slayton over there? Appreciate D-Mac stricken himself. Chug from Jim H. 198 Doug, who's going to check on Stephen Cohen? Yeah, Stephen Cohen. Hey, look, I think what we're seeing here is, yes, you can have that FU money. Yes, you can be the Jeff Bezos of baseball. At the end of the day, though, these pitchers, these players, these superstars, they are going to go to teams where they think they can win, and the Dodgers have proven that over a decade. We got I Told You So, best Christmas ever. Dodgers snack bar will charge an extra $10 for mustard on a Dodger dog. I love that. It's gonna be a UN. We got, D-Mac, what up, TN? Solid, my dad is the best in the game. What up, D-Mac Jr.? Hey, it's 9:02, you're on Christmas break. I'll let you stay up a little longer. 199, you are appreciated. Thank you, Kevin Wynn. Marshall McClure, thank you for rocking with us. D-Mac Damas from Narmar. No-hitter D-Mac got that formula. Hey, we're all in this together, guys. We're all in this together for sure. What up, Jim H? Appreciate you. Sushi at the Ravine, that's from Angie over there. LFG, $50 Mishies. Platinum era of Dodger baseball, absolutely. Does this mean we are not spending any more in years to come? Look, it doesn't necessarily mean that. I mean, if you look at, appreciate you, Ethan Ingram over there, what it really essentially means, I mean, if you look at where the Dodgers are at right now financially, I mean, those are big contracts. I mean, you talk about $325 million, right? That surpasses Garrett Cole. And there's the deferral-wise, there are no deferrals in this deal. Okay, so that's going to be an AAV of $27.08 million. So that puts the Dodgers from a CBT level at $281.6 million for 2024 CBT purposes. So they're already past that 3 times as far as going past that CBT. So they're okay to pay when you look at what they're going to build in revenue. Remember, they're paying Ohtani $2 million, and they're going to be very cash flow positive for the next few years when you consider that this team is right behind the Yankees when it comes to overall revenue, when you consider the fact that they lead the league in attendance year in and year out. This team knows what they're doing. They took money out of that 401k, and they said, look, we're going all in right now because we know it's about winning the World Series, not just 1, but 2. Andrew Friedman said on my show, he told me to my face that he wants a parade, okay? He told Shohei Ohtani they weren't satisfied with the last 10 years in the 2020 World Series. I've talked to the owner of the Dodgers, Mark Walter. He echoed the same sentiment. So that tells you that this organization is as hungry and they're being as aggressive and they're putting their money where their mouth is, just like Shohei Ohtani did. So, yeah, just to recap here, you look at that deal and that's a ton of dough. Make no mistake about it. That's a lot of money for a pitcher that has not thrown one pitch at the big league level. But you are betting on the talent. You are betting on a player that, to me, is going to have a seamless transition to Major League Baseball because, one, pristine command. You look at what he posted last year, a 4.4% walk rate. That's almost half the big league average. That's going to translate. That's going to play up. You look at the strikeouts, 169 punchies in 168 innings of work. That's a 26.6% strikeout rate. If you look at his last 3 years combined in the MPB, mind you, still under 25 years of age, 2021, a 139 ERA in 193 and 2/3 innings of work. 2022, a 168 ERA in 193 innings of work. Last season, the MPB, a minuscule 1.21 ERA in 168 innings of work. He's a multi-time Sal Moore Award winner. That's their version of the Cy Young. He, day one, is going to have the best forkball in baseball. He has a repertoire of pitches. He can command the zone. I think the adjustment for him is, yes, the ball, it's not as tacky. It's a little heavier. The mound, a little different. Strike zone, a little different. Hitters, they're definitely better in this show than they are at the MPB level. But the reality here is that this guy has dominated the second best baseball league on the planet for a long, long time. If he was just a 1 year flash in the pan 121, I would probably have my doubts, right? But he has had a sub 2 ERA for his entire career in the NPB. All he's known is success. Also is a big game pitcher. Had a 14 strikeout game in the Japan series last year. He's had back-to-back seasons where he's tossed a no-hitter. He loves the bright lights. He embraces big pressure situations. He's got that dog in him for days, and I think he's a perfect fit for the Dodgers. I asked Andrew Friedman, I said, hey, when are we going to get back into the Japanese market when it comes to pitching? And what did he tell me? He said, there's a couple guys this year that are getting posted. There's a lot of talent in Japan. And it felt like that when you consider that Friedman had been over there scouting these guys himself, that he felt really good about the investment potential in these guys. And look, the Dodgers, they're absolutely crushing this offseason beyond belief. This is the offseason for the ages. And I will say, we saw the Padres win the offseason, right? Their offseason champs feels like a couple years, right? They probably had parades and gas lamp for their offseason World Series. You still got to deliver in the World Series, right? We've seen what it's like to be a paper champion, but this just feels different. Now the Yanks won belly. Good, fine. Blue World Order. I love it. Sackzilla 06. Amazing. We got hire Chase Utley and fire Roberts. That's from Carlos Maria. So look, that's definitely, I won't dive too deep into that topic. Of course, we talked about Dave Roberts and his winning percentage at .630, which is the highest for any manager, AL or any manager really at this part of his career. He's got 500 win seasons. 2020, they were on pace to win 116 games and win the World Series. He's had a ton of success. I will say, though, that these guys are locked up. These guys are absolutely locked up when you look at Ohtani and Mookie and Freddie and Yamamoto. And considering that they're locked up, if they would ever make a change, well, the change would probably be the manager. So I believe in Dave. I truly do believe in Dave. I really, really do. But I will say there's a good amount of pressure on Mr. Dave Roberts to go out there and get a win. I will say from a personality standpoint that there's not a lot of guys out there that I think are built to manage this many egos, this much star power. That's what Dave has known. So I definitely think from a personality standpoint, let's not forget, he's half Japanese, right? So I think that is a factor as well. Casual fans coming out now from JD, when is the intro press conference? A good question. We're going to have a bigger pool than the D-backs filled with our haters' tears. Yeah, let me just sip some of these haters' tears right now. It's all 29 teams of Major League Baseball. Delicious. Ooh. Poor Phillies and Yankees. That's from Monique. D-Mac, thoughts on Shota Imanaga? Are we asking too much now? We keep thinking that, Doug, and then who knows? Next week, maybe we get a Rosarena. Maybe we add Imanaga, another pitcher out there. But, this is crazy. It is crazy. Time for a number 78. We got, does anyone know if there's an opt-out? So that's a good question. I have just hopped on. I've been looking for that because if you've been watching this show for the last few months, that is what you would probably assume might be included in that deal, which could work out for both players in that situation, the Dodgers and the player himself, because if he performs to his expectations, his potential, and he has a lot of success when he's 29 and 30, if he opts out, can sign a 7-8 year deal potentially. But when you consider that there's no deferral, it's a lot of money. This is a guy that could be a really good pitcher, a Cy Young caliber pitcher for the Dodgers for years to come. It makes you wonder. So if anyone has that information, I have not seen anyone tweet that out as of yet, but I'm definitely on the prowl for it. Ohtani is the closer. D-Mac, you're the man. What up, Golf? You're the man. Right back at you. Appreciate you. We got Dodgers haven't won a real World Series since 1988. It was only real because your team didn't win it. Let's be honest here. There was a title to win. The Dodgers did that. They won 13 games to get there. But guess what? Fine. What are you going to say when they win a couple in this era? So here we go. Yamamoto got a free Cohen dinner. Yeah, William, that's what I was saying. He's just going for that. He's like, we got 1999, the first 120 game win season. That's what I was saying a couple days ago when it came to the Mets is that Yamamoto basically is your 5-star college recruit that knows he's going somewhere. He knows he's committed to SC or something, but he wants to go to Texas. He wants to go to Michigan, Ohio State, and be wooed and courted. So I definitely see that. Yeah, keep coming with those super chats. Appreciate you guys. Dodgers #1, D-Mac #2. Thanks, Nick, over there. Does anyone know if there's an opt-out? Dave Roberts, what an off-season. Dave Sabatini, that's from my guy over there. Appreciate you. Absolutely. We got I only wish Tommy and Vin could have seen this. That's a great comment. I love that. They're upstairs in blue heaven looking over on us. They might be part of the reason why we were able to get this. D-Mac, what's left for opening day? Great question, Tony TB. And really, I mean, they got Margot in the deal, and of course, that's a platoon situation with Hayward in right field, but I do think you need another right-handed bat that you could throw in left field. So, absolutely. Chug those tears. Absolutely, Jim H. Please trust Dave Roberts. We got Let's All Drink That Haterade from Demon Child. Historic day, Dodgers fan. D-Mac's Yankees were a decoy. That's from Frankie Lopez over there. Rams already got that custom jersey. Yeah, it was cool what they did for Ohtani today. Like I said, by the way, I thought with the Havrisik missing those kicks for the Rams, can Ohtani kick a field goal? Because the Rams almost need it. Dodger McCain, thanks, Jose. Arenado, though, I see you guys are talking about Nolan Arenado, but just look at this rotation. And I ask you guys, what is your fair expectations for Yamamoto? Do you expect him to have a sub-2 ERA? Is he your game one starter? You still got Buehler back. He's going to be on a pitch count. You got Glass now. Who is your opening day starter for the Dodgers? You going Yamamoto? Let me know. Yo, D-Mac, you owe me a shot. I see that super chat. I will tomorrow, guys. Only got Coke Zero and water up here. But Puka Nakua saved my fantasy team. $100 super chat, Boo 3. Appreciate you. You guys are the best. And I'm going to rewatch this and all the super chats I'm going to do in a separate video that I get. So just so I won't forget, guys. So I definitely appreciate that. D-Mac, Ohtani over and over. MVPs 2.5. Yamamoto over under Cy Youngs. Look, I think definitely, if I get one Cy Young, I think I'm going to go under on the 2.5 Cy Youngs because Cy Youngs are tough from year to year. D-Mac, what a day, what a year, swelling. But I got 2 World Series, 2 MVPs for Ohtani, and hopefully 3 World Series MVPs from Ohtani. Cohen is salty. Dodgers showering in those tears. Breaking news. Dave Roberts was honest with a reporter and said Dodgers met with Yamamoto. It's a fire team. D-Mac games were a decoy. Let's go down here. Keep reading. Baseball is cooked. Yeah, I love the fans out there. I'm not going to watch baseball. I've seen so many fans. I'm not watching baseball anymore. This was the last straw. My team, who makes a lot of money in revenue, won't put it back in our franchise while the Dodgers spend money and are actually making baseball a more popular game. Cry more. Punch air. We need relievers. D-Mac, Mr. Death. We got Dodgers new era just began. 10 years. We ride it. Let Andrew Friedman cook. Yeah, so what is the success? What is D-Mac? This is awesome. Haven't been this excited since Kirk Gibson's home runs from Hooligan 1105. You weren't excited when JT hit the bomb off Lackey. You weren't excited Kershaw's no-hitter. You weren't excited 2020 World Series. Come on now. There were some exciting moments, but I feel you. I totally understand what you're saying. Yamamoto will get rotator cuff Lone Wolf. Come on, man. That's a fire you take. It's a fire you take. Don't put that out in the ether. What's up, D-Mac? Ohtani, Rams at the Rams game tonight? Absolutely. Who starts opening day? I think you got to go Yamamoto. Yo, D-Mac, what do you think will happen with Gonsolin? He's going to be out next season, recovering. D-Mac, a plant. Y'all celebrate signing. And okay, 2.50 ERA. That's okay. Trade Gonsolin 15-6. We got let Miller start opening day. That's from Yabo. Remember, it's going to be in Korea, in Seoul, Korea. DMAC, still need a Giolito? That's a good question. Look, I mean, like I said, where you're at from a financial standpoint, you're already at $281.6 million for 2024 CBT purposes. Of course, that number is very different when it comes to what they're paying out. Before this move, they were under $200 million, having only to pay Ohtani only $2 million, right? But if you look at the innings, Bobby Miller, young pitcher, you don't know how far he can go. Can he give you 150 innings? Walker Buehler on a pitch count next season. Yamamoto, remember what Jose Mota said earlier today. He thinks they should keep on a Japanese-style schedule where you're almost pitching once a week. So, yeah, I think an innings eater will be good, but also you got guys on the way up, right? You got the depth in this organization. Landon Knack's going to make his debut most likely next season. You got Emmett Sheehan. You still have a Michael Grove and a Gavin Stone and those types that can fill in innings as well. So I don't think you necessarily have to. It would be definitely nice on the right kind of contract, and I think that Giolito is someone who would consider signing on a shorter-term deal, but you're not going to see deferrals in that one. That would push you over 300 easy. So it makes you wonder. DMAC changed the left field pavilion name to the left field Chauvillion. That's a fire take from Cole over there. I love that one. Absolutely, I love that idea. Chauvillion. Okay, I like that. Team Japan from Justin Lamas. They're too busy protesting. Carl, time to support Dave Roberts. Hey, we got to just be all in on this team. And the reality is Dave Roberts is going to be your manager. I've always said you guys, some people out there would blame Dave Roberts for the sinking of the Titanic, and I get it. You got to point your finger at someone. I think that a lot of reasons is it's one of the reasons why he kind of has the job he has, right? And he knows how to take it. But punch air DMAC, and we still have our prospects. Exactly. And it makes you wonder from a 40-man roster standpoint what they're going to do, because you can't keep all these prospects. Michael Busch is 26. Can you keep him? There's really not a great spot for him unless you're going to throw him in left, but he's a left-handed bat. So We'll cross that bridge. I think we'll do a little 40-man breakdown next week. But DMAC, let's go. Steve Sepulveda, hook me up with an opening day Ticks D money. I wish I could, man. We'll do some ticket giveaways, too. The new Shaq and Kobe combo, I like that one. That's a fire take. This reminds me of when the Yankees were back in the early 2000s. I haven't been this excited since Manny came to town. LOL, DMAC, my little bro is texting me all pissy. He's a Halos fan. That's from Doug Slay. Lance Lynn just hit a home run.
Finish him.
To finish him right there. Come on. We got needed innings eater DMAC next Dodgers talk host. Hey, man, I love David Vassay, man. He's a good dude. We got let's go for a lefty. Now, look, I will say this. I mean, not trying to be a Dougie Downer or anything like that, but I will say that, yeah, it's good to have the prospect capital because injuries are inevitable, and you do want to address things or have the ability to address things during the season. And Corbin Burns remains to be seen. Will he be traded this offseason? If so, to who? And that's a one-year rental. And I think that is where the Dodgers were a little weary of making these trades for these lead starting pitchers, and why they were going to do it with Tyler Glasnow, because that was someone who was willing to sign an extension, right? They realized that when it comes to sustainability, when you trade, David says, was Yamamoto on a plane headed to Toronto to finish him?
Finish him.
When you look at the sustainability, keeping those players intact, and you look at team control for multiple seasons, that's how you win. So if, let's say you have to address a situation. I mean, you look at, they had Trevor Bauer a couple years ago, and he, obviously, for reasons unrelated to injury, they lost him. But you look at a Dustin May, he went down with an injury. You have certain situations during the season where you had to go out and get a Max Scherzer or a Yu Darvish a few years ago. So you definitely want to give yourself the flexibility to address needs during the season. I still do think if you want to truly put all the pieces to the puzzle for this group, going out there and getting a bat is what you really need to do. I like this from Apple. Says, build the Andrew Friedman statue now. Yeah, talk about Andrew Friedman and what he's done with this organization. And last season, I told you guys that wanted Correa, that wanted Judge, that wanted Bogarts, that wanted Dansby. I said again, and I was a broken record. I said the Dodgers didn't love any of those guys. And it's not that they don't want to spend. They only spend on guys that they love. They have to love the crust of these players. They love Yamamoto. They love Ohtani. That's why they were willing to spend big on them. They didn't love Aaron Judge. They didn't love Correa. They didn't love Swanson or Bogarts or any of the players that were available, the Verlanders of the world, right? And they knew it was about this offseason. They angled for it. They signed a bunch of one-year contracts last season. Thor was a thud in Noah Syndergaard. JD Martinez was great on a one-year $10 million deal. You got Peralta on that $6.5 million deal. But that allowed them to do what they're doing this offseason, which is absolutely mopping the floor with the best free agents. Your Los Angeles Dodgers got the best pitcher available, the best player available, an ace in Tyler Glasnow. You got Jason Hayward back. Joe Kelly back. We got $5. I'm a bit angry. They threw last season. We paid. I mean, look, it's the long game, though. Get Luzardo from Roy Estrada. It's the long game. I mean, even last season, I mean, was it fixable? Even Urias, before he was arrested for felony domestic violence charges, he was having a down year. Kirsch feels like every year it's going to be a ticking time bomb as far as injury, right? I mean, without Freddie and Mookie having really two of the best years of their career, we got Anthony Keene. What up, my guy? Let's go get Randy Arozarena. Appreciate you as always, Anthony Keene. Look, if you can get Randy Arozarena for this team, this is going to be like playing in a fantasy baseball league where you're the only team. You get to pick all the players, right? What do we need to give TB for Arozarena? I mean, this is a situation where the Dodgers are building a team where if you're doing an MLB The Show, they wouldn't even let you. It'd be like, nope, you can't do that. Nope, it's invalid. But the Dodgers, give them all the credit in the world. This organization, what they're doing this offseason can't happen overnight. Go ask Stephen Cohen right now, who's punching air, who's probably just spending big on something just so he can make himself feel a little better. Because what the Dodgers have done is they've won for the last 11 seasons. They've made the postseason 11 consecutive years, right? They put themselves in a position to prove unequivocally that they are a winning team that's going to give themselves a chance to win a World Series. Gearson 499, appreciate you. D-Mac, tell Dave to talk about Randy and seal the deal. I like that. That's a fire take. Woohoo, let's go Dodgers from J-Man. Kobe closed the deal. I love that one. Yeah, hey, he was at the Laker game, Yamamoto. Dodger dogs now cost $500. Diane Schroeder trade for Randy Arozarena. You guys are Kylo Ren. More. You guys just won't stop, and I love it, man. Why not? Just build an absolute juggernaut. Lakers in a free fall right now. We got Lakers in a free fall right now. How's that a Dodge-related take? I'll tell you why. Look, this town for the next decade, Lakers are always going to be the Lakers. Lakers at 1999 super chat. Appreciate from Dan Wilson. Let me get through these super chats. Pocket 199. Dodgers need songs and chants like Japanese baseball. I love that idea. It's a fire take. We got the Giants trash team and city. Yeah, it's Gene Wilder and Willy Wonka. You get nothing. You lose. The Giants get nothing. Now let's get Roki Sasaki from Dave Roberts. What up, Dave? What up, Doc, out there in the chat? Trade Muncie inside, man. Chapman, he has that dog like JT at third. Mike C, I don't anticipate that. The bat, we got 199 thoughts on a right-handed bat to sign and trade for. Avery, absolutely. You have to consider crossing that bridge and fortifying that part of the lineup. And I think that's something that they're definitely going to have to do next. That's really what's next. And do you add a bullpen piece? Do you consider finding a way to add another lefty in the bullpen, right? I mean, there's some things that they still have to address. But Wild Thing 99 from Art. Joe Kelly is my favorite. That's from Steve Klosno. Angel Stadium will become a Spirit Halloween Superstore. That's a fan of the show. Yeah. That Petco is going to be a Spirit Halloween Superstore. Oracle is going to be a Spirit Halloween Superstore. Now let's get Arozarena. Can we just enjoy this for like 10 minutes? Or we're just going to be Arozarena now. Yeah, I see people. Can they trade? Look, there's no rule that says you can only trade with a team once in off season. If they pick things up, it's definitely possible. Feliz Navidad, I love that. Brandon Chang 199 now signed Austin Barnes 10-year $500 million extension. Okay, how about not? We got They didn't love Trey Turner. They didn't love Trey Turner. They never even came close to offering Trey Turner. We got Greg Seaman, D-Mac, you're the most informed. Thank you, appreciate it. Doug Slade, $5. D-Mac breaking. Ohtani, Yamamoto are the new 405 heading to in and out. Yeah, I love that one right there. Dodgers 2025 rotation. Just think about that. This is Ohtani, Yamamoto, Glasnow, Fried, and Sheehan in May. Just think about that. Fried, this kind of possibly takes him out of a Max Fried situation the following season. Possibly, for sure, takes him out of Walker Buehler the following season. So, yeah, D-Mac, time for champagne. This shoe is from Sam Vasquez. I'll hook you guys up with a shoey tomorrow, I promise, but I don't have any champagne up here. Frank Garcia, D-Mac, how many players take a discount to join this team? That's from Frank Garcia. I definitely think you'll see some ring chasers in the future. Of course, in Yamamoto's deal, it's stretched out to 12 years. The AAV is $27.08 million. So was that a discount for him? I would say no. I think that's a fair price for an ace-level pitcher that is someone who has never pitched in the show, but he's 25 years of age. If you remember watching the show a couple months ago, literally maybe almost 3 months ago now, and I told you what I heard from just asking around Dodgers-related people, and you can go back, and what I heard was that the reason why they were considering Yamamoto was because of his age, because they don't like to spend on pitchers if they think they're going to get them when they have to pay them while they're on their decline, right? Scherzer, they were okay to offer him a multi-year deal because of only 2 years, right? But they were never going to offer Snell a 5 or 6 year deal. They were never going to offer Jordan Montgomery a 5 or 6 year deal. There were some reports they did offer Aaron Nola a deal worth upwards of 170. What was the offer for Aaron Nola? They definitely offered him a nice contract. So that was a very interesting one. And that kind of lets you know early on in the game that the Dodgers were absolutely going to be aggressive here. The Dodgers offered him a deal that was 7 years, right? $172 million. So absolutely they were going to get starting pitching. Bro, we never see anything like this in any sport. True masterclass from Dodgers management and ownership. That's from Anthony Keene. SF, you get nothing. Good day, sir. That's from Jim H. We got to sign Belly back and get the lefty. Chad, I don't think Belly's going to be back, my guy. Murakami next year. That's from Dan Can't Fish. We got Trout. Now we can piss in their pool. That's from Lemon 818. SF got the handsome Korean guy. We got best month in my life. Lakers will be fine. We got bring up the Lakers. Like I said, next 10 years, the Dodgers are must-see TV. They're the biggest show in town. Rams, they're still trying to work their way in here. They got some nice fans, nice foundation, won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. NFL's really built for parity. I definitely think the Rams can put together another run at Super Bowl with the cap space they have next season. You got your first round pick since the Obama administration next year, right? So they're going to be in a pretty solid space. The Lakers, LeBron, is going to start the decline. Can they rebuild? It remains to be seen, right? With Jeannie Buss, do you really trust her? Me, I personally don't. Not always, right? So next 10 years, this Dodgers team, they're going to be the hottest ticket in Major League Baseball. People are going to come to L.A., and maybe they have 2 nights here. They're going to want to pay big money to go to Dodger Stadium so they can tell their friends and family and their grandkids that they saw Shohei Ohtani play. That is how big of an impact that he has, right? So it's big time. It's time for Dodger Baseballs from Mark Reed, Rosarena, Josh Hader next. Japan loves LA from Andrew Francis. Mario, imagine Yamamoto. Bring back Kershaw, Richard Ruder. I definitely want to see Kershaw back. Yama your mama. Someone said that. Marmar, $2. Now hire a friendly. It's $5. The new Evil Empire. Ha 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 ha. Evil laugh from X Creative Thoughts. 199 super chat from Jordan Salinas. Christmas is early this year. Mary Hart in the front row was the kicker for Yamamoto. That's from Sean Allen. D-Mac, let's sweep the D-backs. Hector May, we still got Ryan Pepio going in game 4, right? Any opt-outs on Yamamoto? So I'm trying to, let's see if we can get any news on the opt-outs, if there are any, for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, because my guess is what we were going to see some possibly when he's 29, 30 years old, just because of his age. But let's see if we got some details on the deal. Yeah, the Yankees, the Mets. They are down bad right now. And who knows? I mean, maybe that was... I mean, my guess was I thought that you would for sure get an opt-out after the 5th year of the deal and then possibly one later in the contract. So it makes you wonder if that's somewhere structured in the deal, because that makes the most sense for him. And honestly, there's a world for the Dodgers where you look at this contract in its entirety and you don't look at it as a $325 million deal. So let's see here. Still trying to look, but let's go down. We got some more World Series or bust. Now it's always been World Series or bust, right? I mean, none of these years that the Dodgers have lost, we've said, okay, hey, they got to the NLCS, that's fine, right? I mean, this team has been operating under the World Series or bust. D-Mac, you're going to learn Japanese, Mike M. I know a little bit. I'm going to try to brush it up, get my Rosetta Stone on for sure. Go Kings, go. What up, John D over there on YouTube? Nathan, MLB baseball is going to be very interesting this season. Absolutely. $1.3 billion on a DH, a prospect, and a pitcher who throws 60. We got Kevin out there just straight up trolling, but hey, I love it. Like I said, I don't care if you agree with me. I just care that you watch the show. Can't wait for it's time for Dodgers baseball. Dave Roberts, we got sign Kershaw, pitch him every couple of weeks. Hey, here's the thing about Kersh. Someone pointed out a few days ago, if he did somehow return in 2024, which I think it's pretty unlikely at this point, but there's always a chance. We don't know how his arm's going to respond to the first major arm surgery recovery of his career. But 2020, he pitched very well in the World Series against Tampa Bay. He had something left in the tank, and that's when you had a 60-game season, right? So there is a world where it's almost a Roger Clemens-like thing where just by design, because the injury makes you wonder if he does come back, can he be effective? I think there's a world where he could. But I don't think you can rely on it. I think he deserves to go out on his own terms. $4.99 from Jordan. Dodgers need some lefty pitching. What do you think is the next move? We got Lone Wolf, sounds jealous. Guggenheim has $270 billion in their back pocket. Absolutely. David Ginzo. We got just Go Kings Go. Roki now. You guys are talking crazy. Merry Christmas to us. Absolutely. Wish Vin Scully would see this. He's up there in Blue Heaven. We got D-Mac to be... Okay, what? Sign hot. Okay, man, you guys are good. Congrats, Anthony Ferguson out there. So, yeah. So, what do you guys consider a success for Yamamoto in year one? Try to guess his ERA. I think, to me, I like a 2.35 ERA. LA will be Justin Herbert's town soon, but LFG. Okay, Ozzy, I see you, Chargers fan. Pinch me. I'm in Blue Heaven from Bethany Keene, $4.99. I appreciate you. That's actually Bethany Ring over there on YouTube. It's a fire take. New Dodgers motto, Sayonara MFer. That's from Traveling Charlie over there. John Heyman says no opt-outs. So no opt-outs in the deal. Wow, so he wants to be a Dodger. No opt-outs after the 5th or the 8th season or anything like that. So thank you for that. And that makes this a pretty clean, cut and dry deal like we saw with Shohei Ohtani. No opt-out. So, look, you got a core intact of Mookie Betts, 12 years, $365 million. Freddie Freeman, 6 years, $162 million. You got Shohei Ohtani, $700 million. But if you look at the present day, $46 million per year AAV on the CBT. You look at Yamamoto, $325 million. So, unbelievable development, guys. Dodgers fans, pinch yourselves like someone pointed out. Can their interpreter play left field? That's a fire take. From Ken Duncan 9 says, can their interpreter play left field? I'm sure he can, and I'm sure he's definitely going to hit some doubles, win a Gold Glove or two. We love LA from Javier over on YouTube. $1.1 billion well spent. Let the empire rise. I love that take. Champ D-Mac, so we just surpassed the Astros as the most hated team in MLB. Hey, you ain't doing nothing if you ain't got haters, right? And hopefully the hate will grow as the Dodgers win. Now, that's the most important thing now. Got a great team on paper. Got tons of talent. Andrew Friedman has done his job. Now it's time for the managers, the coaches, the players to go out there and find a way to get over the hump in October and win the World Series. But Stephen Cohen, we got trade for Cease and Roberts. That's from Nick Warren. I wonder what the Giants' offer was. Betts is the best. That's from Big Joe. Congrats. Let's go down here. These are more super chats. Muncy for Arenado. Hey, who says no, right? 2.31 ERA from Noah Ortega. I like that. Yamamoto, 2.27 ERA in 2024. That's Frank Garcia's guest. I love an Arenado trade. $100 parking, anything less than 3 ERA. Dre, I think that's a fair assessment there. I think I'd absolutely take that. Sean Allen says Taylor Swift just broke up with Kelsey and is on her way to L.A. for Yamamoto. It's a fire take from Sean Allen. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Taylor Swift is everywhere. I feel like I'm going to open up my fridge. She's going to be there with the guitar singing. So we got, thank you, D-Mac. Where are we celebrating? Yeah. 1000 Vince Scully Avenue, for sure. D-Mac, adopt me. LA for life, okay, for sure. Dodgers, we got 15 wins, 3 under ERA, 1.2 whip. That's from Mike Saldana. 181 ERA. Guess $325 million for Yamamoto. We got D-Mac shooting for the Stars on a 2.35 ERA. Hey, just popped into my mind. Signed Matt Kent from Nico's podcast. Ric Flair drip go, woohoo. Yeah, I like that. Cohen gave him a house tour. Yeah, he got a free meal. He got a wine and dine. Had a nice trip to New York, and he's in L.A. But D-Mac set up Dodger Nation celebration party at a Dodger bar. HX. We'll figure something out. D-Mac used words like Yamamoto throws his rainbow curveball for sure. We got. We need to ask Congress for an official Dodger Day. I like that. I like that from Making Music over there. How's it raining in L.A. when L.A.'s on fire with all these signings? Fire take. Now we are talking exiting. That's from Oscar. So let's see what we got. I mean, you guys are blowing up. $5. I'm going to need a GoFundMe to just see Dodgers versus Pirates games. Yeah, man, you need to put that stuff on Klarna, right? Maybe you can defer the payments. Maybe the Dodgers will have a situation where you only have to pay 3% and you defer the payment for the rest of those tickets to 2034, just like Ohtani did with his contract, right? Maybe they can work something out for that, or you just put your kidney on Craigslist. I don't know what you got to do, but you got to be at Dodgers games this year because the Ravine is going to be rocking. It's going to be where it's at. We got 292 from Freddie Spaghetti. Hogwatch is hating. I'm on San Diego. Yeah, Hogwatch actually texted me. Bourne is actually a friend of mine, so I appreciate that. And what did Bourne say? He's like, if you guys don't win it all and don't win 130 games, LOL. So I love me some Bourne. He's my guy. Time for a hater for $4.99. We got proud of the Dodgers. D-Mac, what do you think is the Dodgers' next move? It's a good point. Good look. I mean, you makes you wonder what they're going to do in the outfield spot. And what are they going to do, really? I think one of the biggest storylines now is what do they do with some of their prospects that we expected to see in a potential Dylan Cease or Corbin Burns or a Jesus Luzardo trade. Guys like Michael Busch, do you flip those for a bat now or maybe a bullpen piece? If you were interested in Hader, that tells me that maybe you do want a old school lockdown closer type that puts Evan Phillips in more of a high leverage fireman type role, right? Do you look to get another lefty for the pen? So I think that there's definitely going to be another move they're going to make for sure. We build it now, they will come. That's from LM at 818. I got to lose. They already were there. D-Mag, when is Roki coming to MLB? Makes you wonder, Jennifer Kennedy, because really at his age could be 2027. Now it remains to be seen if he has the clause in his contract where he can opt out and go to Major League Baseball and play on a minor league scale contract with a signing bonus, a la what Shohei Ohtani did, where he said, okay, I'm not going to wait until I'm 2025, right? I'm going to go to the show now. So remains to be seen. Roki is, I will say this, Roki Sasaki is the best pitching prospect on the planet right now, bar none, with a bullet, 100%. But Dodgers don't have time to wait. They have to get back to the World Series in 2024. They have to win a World Series as soon as possible, and that is what this organization has proven us with their actions this offseason. The Dodgers went scorched earth. Andrew Friedman, it's the Wilt Chamberlain meme. It's the Wilt Chamberlain meme where Wilt Chamberlain puts up 52 points and you see a crazy stat line, right? That's what Andrew Friedman was this offseason, okay? That is what Wilt Chamberlain did. He put the 100 points, Andrew Friedman put up 100 points, 55 rebounds, 21 assists, 24 blocks, 11 steals. It's that Wilt Chamberlain meme. That is what Andrew Friedman did. And guess what? He basically got himself a 10-year extension because Shohei Ohtani has in his contract that if anything happens to Andrew Friedman, if he leaves, I can leave as well. So A lot of stability in this organization is my point, and you love that. D-Mac, awesome night, Merry Christmas. Agree. Size up those rings. That's a fire take from Jaime over there. First gentleman must be Okay, some of these I just go full Ron Burgundy, reading him without reading him first. Extend D-Mac 12 years, $1 billion Frankie Lopez, but you know what? I'm deferring 99%, okay? We got, where's that leave? Kershaw, I mean, he has to see if he's going to pitch. I mean, 100 micheladas worth. This is amazing. That's from Adam 818. D-Mac, when is the rookie coming? Just answer that one. Breaking baseball, buy a championship. Hey, you could say they're buying a championship, but the reality is they're built, and even they're built. Yes, they're spending money, but that money that they're spending is because of what they built. They built a brand. They built a fan base. They have built this over decades and decades and decades. Because guess what? If it were just about money, Stephen Cohen and the Mets, they would have better players. They would have more success right now. But nope, the farm system. That's one thing that Shohei Ohtani strongly considered. The Dodgers' ability to take players and develop them. Take players on reclamation deals and turn them into contributors. He saw what happened in Anaheim when he was a Bugatti at a trailer park home, right? Along with Mike Trout. He understood depth. The Dodgers built this. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. They're being able to spend money that they have earned. They've earned the right to spend with the way they built this franchise at the farm system level for so many years. Will Smith, Walker Buehler, and you look at the prospects that they traded for Mookie Betts, the development. If you look at Freddie Freeman, he falls into their lap. You also look at Chris Taylor, Max Muncy. Those are reclamation projects. James Outman, a 7th-round pick that turned into an above-average bat and above-average defender. Gavin Lux, he still has the potential to be a contributor as well. So Bobby Miller. I mean, Bobby Miller, one of the best young pitchers in baseball, he's drafted and developed. So I don't want to hear it. Anyone saying that the Dodgers are bought, not built, they just are just straight up haters and they just don't know the facts. It's a combination of things. Dodgers are spending money and they're putting it back into their franchise. What the Dodgers are doing is good for baseball. With the Rockies, with these franchises out there that act like they're broken, they're crying poor, but the reality is they're all making money. They're just not putting it back and investing it and reinvesting into their franchise. They're bad for baseball, not the Dodgers. You got people that don't even like baseball, that aren't even big baseball fans, that are talking about baseball, and it's because of what the Dodgers have done this offseason. It's transcending baseball. So the Dodgers are great for baseball. Business is good in La La Land for Dodger Blue. Y'all feeling FOMO? We got Let's Go Dodgers, Josh Hader. Let's go. We got Dodgers, Saki Bombs. We got I Still Hate My Wife from Nando, 390 and 2909. EL Ray from Eric Stody, 562. D-Mac. Kick Jim Everett's ass as a Dodger fan. They know how to fire up. You're talking about Jim Rome, I'm guessing. That's funny. Muncie for Nolan. We need a Yamashui. You're going to get your Yamashui tomorrow, guys. Like I said, I only got a Coke Zero here. And honestly, what kind of shoes do I have on right now? Nothing too crazy, but I'll get some heat for that. My wife still hates me. That's from Mitchell Hopkins. Why does you guys' wives hate you, man? I mean, come on now. You guys are great dudes. They shouldn't hate you, man. Roki Sasaki is next. That's from Johnny. Dodgers now need to sign Teoscar Hernandez. Look, it's another option. Teoscar Hernandez is a guy you could be looking at an $80 million contract, though, so it makes you wonder if they want to spend that kind of money on that and go well over $300 million. Dodgers out here single-handedly saving the sport right now when there was such little buzz like this. I don't know if that was before or after what I said, but Anthony King, we're in a mind meld. We always have been. Dodgers signed Cody Bellinger, 6 years. Okay, no fake news, no fake news, please. That's from Matthew A. Scared money don't make none. Thank you. Julio Fernandez, for sure. Yankees can park our cars. That's from Lemon 818. Haters will be haters. You can't listen to them. SF gets the knocked off Ohtani. Passan tweet. Okay, let's see what Passan just tweeted. By the way, I have Tyler Glasnow tomorrow morning, an early interview. It's like 7 a.m. LA time. I'm going to talk to him all about Yoshinobu, Yamamoto, and this Dodgers rotation. Excited to talk to Mr. Tyler Glasnow tomorrow. More. Let's see what Jeff Passan did tweet. Here we go. So it does include some opt-out. So Thank you for that update. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's deal includes a pair of opt-outs. Sources tell ESPN. Here are more details on the contract, which is still pending. A physical 12 years, $325 million, which includes a $50 million signing bonus, no deferred money, an additional $50.6 million in posting fees to Oryx. So my original prediction was around $300 million, and you would have an opt-out after year 5 and year 8. So we'll see what the years are, but I'm assuming it has to be after year 5. So I love it. I think it's great for both sides. San Diego fans must be crying. Jock Strap Peterson is still putting on his armor. I love Born to 2. What up, Eric, over there? I love Teoscar Hernandez. He's got pop, $5. Otani Saki Bomb. That's some Kuya Tone over on YouTube. Taylor Swift, stay away. That's from Rocks over there. I want to rematch the Stros World Series and sweep him. Oh, gosh, Ivy, Rain, just the thought of that is so satisfying. I know there's different players out there, but still. Thank Kobe for Otani, Glasnow, and Yamamoto. Let's get ready for the Mamba decade of the Ravine. Number 1 LA, number 1 Mamba. I love it. The Padres are crying a river. That's from Robert Loya. Josh Hader next. That's from Thomas Easley. Ty C. Can't even read the damn chat. LOL. So much. I'm trying my best. I've read like a million chats here. And I want to show you guys as much love as I possibly can for sure. So let me keep doing it and keep going. Stephen Cohen's dinner gave Yamamoto diarrhea. Oh, maybe he had Tex-Mex. Maybe he served him Tex-Mex like the one I had at Nashville. Okay, how about that? I'm still not fully recovered from that incident. My goodness. I'm popping Pepto-Bismols like they're Tic Tacs last couple of weeks here. Michelada Costa up. We got Jim H. Call me Chris again. I won't, but I will. Jim H. says, call me Chris again. I bet I will. Throws him off the scene. If you don't go to break, your producer's going to have to go to break, right? Will Bellinger sign with the Dodgers? No, he will not. $5 from Frankie. Arenado regretting not asking for the Cardinals front office for a trade. Hey, when you have that kind of power, D-Mac, you think the Dodgers are done or keep signing? Look, I think with this organization at this point, you've come too far to come this far. If they think that they want to address their needs through free agency, and Kike's still out there. I mean, Otani follows Kike, right? I mean, there's still some moves that they could potentially make. Some people want to see them trade Manuel Margot. I've heard that's not really the case, but still we got $1 from Joe. We got now signed Alcantara. He's injured, and he's not on an expiring deal or anything like that. D-Mac, should the Dodgers consider a 6-man rotation going forward? Young recovering arms plus Japanese starting pitchers who are used to. Yeah, we've talked about this idea on this show, and I absolutely think when you look at the kind of talent and depth, if they're not going to trade some of these guys and include them in deals, just look right now. You got Yamamoto. You got a Tyler Glasnow who has never thrown more than 120 innings in his regular season, right? You've got a Bobby Miller who's still a young pitcher who I think his career high is a little over under 142 when it comes to both minor league level and the big league level. And then you look at a Emmett Sheehan, you look at a Michael Grove, you look at a Ryan Yarbrough who's still in the mix as well. I definitely think they are going to have some flexibility to maybe have some guys skip a start. They're going to have conversations with Tyler Glasnow during the season to see how his health is continuing to progress and to make sure that he's at 100%. I think the most important thing right now is how do you keep everyone fresh and ready and keep enough tread on the tires when October rolls around. That is the most important thing. We saw a few years ago, Urias, they burned him down into the ground, right? They rode him to the wheels fall off. He ran out of gas there against the Braves in the 2021 NLCS. Same thing goes with Walker Buehler, who pitched over 200 innings. He ran out of gas, pitching on short rest a couple times in the 2021 NLCS. So, yeah, I absolutely do think that the depth is there. You never know if they could get another guy on a shorter deal. I honestly think that Giolito would be the perfect guy at the right price. It might be a little too expensive at this point, but still, if you get him $20 million with the opt-out, 2 years, $40-something million with the opt-out after one, he has a good year, he re-enters the market, that's a guy who can eat innings for you. And you also make some additions during the season. Dodgers, job not done from Robert Chavez. So I do like the idea of a 6-man rotation, or at the very least just being creative at times based on how scheduling works. I've talked to Dave Roberts about this, a 6-man rotation, and what he told me was it really is based on how the schedule aligns, right? When you're playing games in consecutive days, So sometimes you can see them go to it in certain situations and then revert back. So it's really based on that. Jimbo had it coming. D-Mac, take a shot. Okay, take a shot of some Arrowhead for sure. Alex says, I love your hat. I'm actually working on getting these hats mass produced to do as giveaways pretty soon. So I'm working on it, guys. D-Mac text message in Nashville sounds all bad. Yeah, that was some Nash Mex, I guess, or 10 Mex. $5 from Ray Renz. The Dodgers orchestrated. We got Let's Go. That's from the Stove 25. Frank Garcia, hell yeah. Need Dustin May back. He should be back at some point next season. The Padres are going to start crying. Muncie for Nolan building a dynasty. Bueller is gone after this year. Yeah, we kind of talked about that after the Glasnow signing. Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all Dodgers fans. Like I said, we got Nintendo 64s, PS5s, we got Furbies, we got all the Red Ryder BB guns. We got all the Christmas toys you always wanted throughout the years. Ninja Turtle stuff, Batman. I mean, come on now. Everything you could ever imagine is under that tree for you this year. Our parents definitely got that bonus. But can the Dodgers sign Soler? I mean, so Duvall's an interesting name. I think Duvall, because you can actually plug him into an outfield spot. Soler's primarily been a DH last couple of seasons, and he's put himself in a position to get a pretty nice 3-year deal potentially. So don't necessarily see that one. Dodgers were showing some interest in him a few years ago, though. That is for sure. But that's funny. We got update on Mayor Gonsolin. I mean, Gonsolin's going to be out all of next season, most likely, of course. And then you got Dustin May, who is hopefully going to be back at some point. He had flexor tendon repair. Hopefully he'll be back at some point during the year. So, yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens, and he's absolutely as filthy as it comes when he's healthy. So hopefully that's the case. But, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I'll try to pick up some of these super chats. I'm going to be live tomorrow morning as well. D-Mac, we should trade for Jesus Luzardo. We talked about that a few days ago. Go back and look at that for sure. You guys know I was on board with the idea. Chris Taylor Swift, that's from D. Broder 1. I love that. Padres extending their stay in Cancun. Hey, SF stood for season finish. Padres SD season done. This is better than going to Fig. That's from D-Mac Jr. $5. Sources say Yamamoto can opt out if D-Mac leaves. Funny. If D-Mac leaves Dodgers Nation, I like that. That's what I would take. What happens with Kersh, we'll see. Depends on if he wants to pitch. If he does, between the Rangers and the Dodgers, I can't see him pitching with another organization. I definitely think he wants to be a part of this, especially where it is right now. Parking $400. We got mortgage refinance just to afford parking now. We have to finance that. Get the Klarna going, man. Get that Klarna going. Get those GoFundMes. Whatever it takes to get tickets to the Dodgers, you have to be there in attendance to witness history. D-Mac, if my dad was still alive, he'd be jumping for joy. Absolutely. He's smiling down at this team and what they have going on. Bye, D-Mac. My wife says she loves you and not me. Mitchell Hopkins. Ohtani jersey is at home. But, yep, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Dodgers Dugout Live. The Dodgers, they have signed Shohei Ohtani. They are in agreement to sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 12 years, $325 million. The biggest contract ever for a pitcher and the biggest contract ever for a player that's never played at the big league level. Dodgers have signed 2 historic contracts this offseason, and they're not done yet. Pinch yourself. Get excited. We're in the platinum era of Dodgers baseball. We are living and witnessing history in real time. It's going to be a very exciting offseason. Still, we'll continue to break down this signing. We'll continue to talk about what the Dodgers need to do. Tomorrow, we got Tyler Glasnow on the show, so be ready for that. If you haven't yet, be sure to leave a like on your way out. We appreciate you guys for doing that. Also, be sure to follow me over on the X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. Do a couple more here. Kershaw for president, 7:30. So the live stream will be after. I just got him on the show early, and we'll kind of do a recorded version. So be on the lookout for that. So for sure, getting 17-18 jersey, $5,000 bleacher seats from Adam 8188. It's worth every penny. And we got the Dodgers are going to buy the Angels franchise. Shout out to Clint. Yeah, my guy. I'd be stroking out there. D-Mac, there is shout out to Clint. Best Dodgers YouTube channel, Joe Mama. Yeah, but that's going to do it, guys. Thanks again for joining us here on the #1 Dodgers show on YouTube, Dodgers Dugout Live. My name is Doug McCain. Like I said, you can follow me on the X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Special thank you to you, the fans, Dodgers Nation. You make this channel what it is. It's your show. I'm just hosting it, man of the fan here. So we appreciate you. All your takes, all your fire takes down below in the comment section. We will see you tomorrow. Remember, nothing brings together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Take me out to the ball.